All right, whenever you're ready.
Okay, I'm Greg, everyone. I'm doing my presentation on recalling people's first names. I want to start off with a short video from the movie The House Bunny. I don't know if you guys seen it. It's a comedy, but it's got a point.
Down. It's okay.
She's shy. She's just so shy. That's Lily, also, by the way. And, this here is Harmony. Harmony. And Carrie May. Carrie May. And then Joanne over there. Joanne. Wow. You hired the actresses. That's great. What is that? Like a Yoda thing? It's fun, but what is... Oh, no, it's just this thing I do to remember people's names. Natalie. So, thank you guys so much for letting me be your house mother. No, no problem.
As recalling people's names can be very difficult and can lead to a very embarrassing situation if you don't get their name right. To make or break deals. I want everyone to just imagine someone you know their name, they're talking to you, you're in a work setting, and they're saying all these very high, nice things about you, and at the end of the conversation they say, so-and-so, and they don't get your name right. How do you feel? Do you feel like everything they said doesn't really matter, or are you focused on what them not getting your name right? Anybody? Yes?
So sometimes when like my friend's parents or someone introduces me, they like always say Julia instead of Julie. So like I don't really care to like change it, but it sometimes bothers me because I hate when people call me that.
I had a professor call me Alyssa for the entire year, and my name is Alexis. So that was something, and she'd always ask me to demonstrate and be like, oh, Alyssa, would you please demonstrate? And it's like awkward for them once they find out, and it's awkward for you because you like feel like awkward correcting them, especially if it's somebody in a higher place of authority than you are. Like,
I feel like she should be here right now.
yeah. She don't feel like this now. It's good. Fine. We're fine.
So over the course of this presentation, I want to provide some useful tips for you guys to use that may be effective for you to help remember someone's name. Also, it also helps with your cognitive memory skills. And we're going to play an interactive game where I get some of you guys up here and try to test your memory skills, see how good you are recalling people's names. And lastly, I want you guys to use this. Because this can be a lot more helpful in the workplace and outside the workplace in social settings.
Just say no.
Meeting people every day. I get to call a couple kids up. Anyone who will volunteer, play a game? I'm gonna pick either way. Play a game. Alright, Mike, cool. Good. Like 7 or 8 of you would be cool.
All right. I'll go. We'll do this. Let's do that.
Very good.
That for you.
Yeah, Mike is cool. Right?
Am I going to like a car or something? No.
Maybe you're lucky. So the name of the game is called Name Line, and so everyone's gonna start off with Megan, and she's gonna say her name and something like her favorite thing to do or favorite thing to eat, whatever's favorite to you.
Okay.
Different. So then you're gonna go after her, and you're gonna say what your name is, and you're gonna say what your favorite thing is. Not only that, you're gonna say what her favorite thing is and what her name is, and it's gonna go on a line right here. And then we're going to go back around. Everyone's going to do it twice, right?
So I gotta say everyone's?
Yeah. So it's hard for you. Don't worry. You're not the only one. You're the first one up. And then you're going to go through. You're going to have to come back.
Oh, I got this.
Not yet.
I got it.
I don't like this game anymore.
Well, you can't quit. You started. You can't quit when you started. Alright, so.
Good life lesson there. Okay, Megan Bernie Sanders.
Oh, my name? Okay, Carla.
Your name.
Carla, and I like pink. Megan Bernie Sanders.
Mike sleeping. That's Megan. She likes Bernie Sanders. That's Carla. She likes
Pink. Some. Alexis, Ribs, Megan, Bernie Sanders, Carla Pink, Mike sleeping.
Megan, Bernie Sanders. Oh, basketball, Thomas. I'm sorry, I'm just trying. Pink, Carla.
Carla.
What happens when you absolutely have no idea? Do you guess? What?
You gotta start all over again.
Is it
He
Mike?
likes sleeping, I think.
Oh,
Mike.
sleeping. Yes.
Mike, yeah.
Mike, yeah. No, Ryan? No, Mike. Oh, sleeping Mike. Yeah. Duh.
You're close to the hours. Well, I mean, you can say that now, but it was rude.
I'm ruining it, man.
Right,
I'm sorry.
You can take my
Wait, what's your
answer.
name?
So you want to
Thomas.
Thomas. Basketball.
We're gonna start this all over again, right?
Oh.
It's not your fault, it kinda is.
So I gotta go back again?
Now you can start it off.
Okay,
Pay attention to me.
take over.
Megan, Bernie Sanders.
Carla, Pink, Megan, Bernie Sanders,
Mike sleeping, Megan, Bernie Sanders, Carla, Pink.
Alexis Ribs, Megan, Bernie Sanders, Carla, Pink, Mike sleeping.
It's true.
Say your name first.
Thomas, basketball.
Okay.
Bernie Sanders, Megan. Pink, Carl, Sleeping Mike, and
Megan.
all I know is she likes to eat. Is that what you're doing?
I can't help you out.
Oh,
I'm not supposed to help you out, but
Alexis.
Kimberly Disney, Megan Bernie Sanders, Carla Pink, Mike Sleeping, Alexis Ribs, Thomas Basketball.
Okay, so Julie Eden, Megan Bernie Sanders, Carla Pink, Mike Sleeping, Alexis Ribs, Thomas Basketball, Kimberly Disney.
Okay, sorry, could you let me do it one more time?
Oh, I gotta go back again?
Yeah.
Wait, my name?
Yeah, your name and then just go back.
Okay. Julie Eden, Kimberly Disney, Thomas Basketball, Alexis Ribs, Mike Sleeping, Carla Pink, Megan Bernie Sanders.
You heard first one.
Yeah, you just essentially do very first.
Okay.
I feel it.
Yeah, I would say Julie Eating, Kimberly Disney, Thomas Basketball, Alexis Ribs, Mike Sleeping, Carla Pink, Megan Bernie Sanders.
Thomas basketball. Julie eating. Disney. Kim. Kimberly. Ribs. Alexis. Mike sleeping. Pink. Carla. And Bernie Sanders. Meg. Again.
Okay, Alexis Ribs, Julie Eating, Kimberly Disney, Tom Basketball, do you like Tom?
Keep going.
Alright, Mike Sleeping, Carla Pink, and Megan Bernie Sanders.
Mike sleeping, Julie eating, Kimberly Disney, Thomas Basketball, Alexis Ribs, Carla Pink, and Megan Bernie Sanders.
Carla Pink, Julie Eating, Kimberly Disney, Thomas Basketball, Alexis Ribs, Mike Sleeping, and Megan Bernie.
Megan Bernie Sanders, Julie Eden, Kim Disney, Thomas Basketball, Alexis Ribs, Mike Sleeping, Carla Pink. I got it. Just made me look real good. Where's my new car? She likes eating, is this what you're trying to tell me?
I don't know. He was like, I don't know.
It's probably the best.
So as you can see, that's a pretty difficult game, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Some of you guys have on different levels with our memory skills. I looked up some tips for like the best ways to effectively remember someone's name, and there was a lot, so I broke it down into a few that stood out for me, but everyone's got different. First one is meet and repeat. So when you meet someone, try to plug their name into the conversation. For example, hey Linda, nice to meet you. Or at the end of a conversation, ask a question. Maybe how long have you been working for Google, Sam? Make sure to use the name when you say goodbye as well. So it was nice meeting you, Alexis. Next up would be spelling it out or texting it out. Now this can be tricky because like you might be like, how do you spell your name? And they might be like, oh, it's spelled with an E, or oh, it's spelled like how it sounds. So I found that maybe asking for a text message of the name as well would be effective. This way you get them to spell out their name, how you want them to save you, how you would like to save them in your contacts. Or asking for a business card as well. That will give you more of a visual example of their name. Big one was association. The next two are connected, like making connection and association. So you want to associate the name with something that you know, maybe a alliterative pattern, or how someone acts, like Greg is a good guy, or Wendy is a wonderful woman, Brad is a bad boss. Also, you could do, those are word plays, or like maybe like Matt is from Minnesota. If you have someone that works for, actually works in advertising, you can associate their name with what they do or where they're from. That might help. Also, another type of connection would be trying to connect someone that you know to the person that you're meeting. So, for example, I knew someone I worked with, his name was Ryan. He was tall. My best friend from home is Ryan, he's tall. So I made the connection that they're both tall. They're both named Ryan, so there's a connection. Also, you could say another connection would be maybe their hair. Katie has blonde hair. Maybe you can connect it to a famous person like Kate Hudson with blonde hair. Maybe she's your favorite actress. Maybe you just hear a lot of movies. You can associate the two. Lastly, and probably the most important one that I find is just focus. You want to focus on the conversation at hand. So try to block out everything else that's going on and just try to focus on that person. Don't try to focus too hard though, because you might end up not even focusing on the conversation, trying to focus on the conversation. But, so you want to be focused. Some ways to focus, you can look them in the eye. I heard this might be a little creepy though if you hold onto the hand too long, but it might allow you to really engage the conversation. Depending on if you're in a social setting or a work setting, you might want to give them a hug. But yeah, those are some tips, effective tips. That's basically my presentation.